And we're back with the second half hour of our hour-long edition of the Screen Team on today's Talk 930 KWOC and 93.3 FM. This half hour being joined by my good friend and fellow Screen Teamer from the original trio. Here's Michael Hibbler. Michael,
back again.
Good to see you, brother.
You too, man.
We've got films today that you absolutely love.
I do.
And you love them, but I love them too, man.
Yeah.
They're just really, really good flicks. We're going to be doing Labyrinth.
Yeah.
We're also going to be doing Napoleon Dynamite. And we're going to finish up with Kindergarten Cop. So let's talk about Labyrinth to start off with. This movie came out in the late 80s, I believe. Yeah. And this was a film that was done by Jim Henson. This was kind of like his second attempt at kind of going into the dark Muppet world. Kind of.
Yeah, he in the 80s, I think was his era to finally start meshing humans with his creatures. I think, you had the Dark Crystal and the Labyrinth. But yeah, that's, I think, overall was, to me, I thought it's an outstanding movie. Mm-hmm. I know it's cheesy because, you have David Bowie in spandex and he has or a leotard, whatever. But
right.
It's, I don't know. I guess I wanted to pick this movie because it's nostalgic to me, seeing as a child and liking, as, we've done before with Wishmaker and stuff, that fantasy in that world where there's magic and human and of course Jennifer Connelly, but
I mean, that's
well,
one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons
because she's like 14, but she's a beautiful woman.
But to be fair, when this movie came out, I was like 8.
Yeah,
all right,
that is true. Yeah, so it's you can judge
it's
her
okay
then and now. It's
okay. Right. So let's talk about Jennifer Connelly. She's our main character.
Yeah,
her name is Sarah, and she's kind of like a spoiled teenager.
Yeah.
She's asked to babysit her little brother. And not only is she a spoiled teenager, but she's also kind of into the arts. She's into drama.
Absolutely.
Kind of reminds me of Sabrina a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, she's a free spirit, obviously. You can tell she's probably what, a lot of people would call a drama geek. Mm. That's what she was into. And she, at one point towards the beginning of the movie, basically is thrown into this complete fantasy world because of the death. But, her little brother was, taken by the Goblin King into this world.
Because she wishes him
exactly.
to be taken.
She made a wish, and that's what brought the whole turning of the wheels to get the movie going, and that's when you're first introduced to David Bowie. And but yeah, I honestly, it's like I think I don't remember exactly when Jim Henson passed away. I don't know if it was around that time, because I know his son had taken over some things, but I think that it was, I never read anything about it, but I think that he, did a really good job with that being his, one of his last projects that he did. So, and I love the creatures in it. I think I love that animatronic puppeteering classic, because it's everything now is so computerized, and that's just pure imagination at its best form right there. And to have the different voices by Frank Oz and Jim Henson and those guys who did Kermit and Fozzie and all those different voices. I love the set pieces, everything in it.
Let's talk a little bit about. I want to get more of those set pieces. There's one really cool scene where Sarah has to choose to go through a door or something like that. If she goes through the wrong door, and they kind of put her through a trap door, and when they do, there's this like room full of hands.
Oh, that was awesome! That was so creative.
That are holding her, but they're talking.
Exactly. Yeah, they it's like the creators just came up with this amazing idea to create faces with these hands and have them talking, even their eyes moving, give them eyebrows, some of them, all with just human hands doing that, and they're all different voices and stuff like that. But yeah. Your thoughts?
My thoughts is, I'm a huge fan of this film. You and I are about the same age, and I don't think I saw this film in theater. I don't remember.
No, I didn't
or not, theater. But I definitely saw it on VHS, and I've watched this film over 100 times.
I think it was a TV movie when I first saw it, because I definitely didn't see it when it was in theater. I didn't even remember even seeing any previews for it. But
yeah. But you mentioned the creatures. There's so many good ones. I can't even think of them right offhand. But there's Sarah, you know.
Yeah, you got Hoggle.
Ludo's his
Ludo,
name.
yeah. Friend.
Exactly. Yeah. You got the Sir Didymus.
Yeah, who was the one who rides the dog.
Yeah. Ambrosius, you come back here. You're making me look silly.
Hello. Do you say hello?
No, I said hello. And of course, we've got the great characters. You've got David Bowie as the Goblin King, and there's also music in this film as well. Music for me, I can take it or leave it, but I like some of the songs in this film.
I do too. Actually, funny you brought that up. I was actually going to make a comment about the soundtrack. I actually enjoy the soundtrack. There's actually a couple of songs. I mean, it's obviously very 80s, the style, both the music and the production of it. But overall, I think this is just a great family movie. Mm-hmm. Little kids can watch it because I think the creatures in it, they're not that scary. They're not meant to be frightening. They're just meant to be kind of, obviously it's a different world. They're meant to be kind of goofy, but at the same time, comical. Yeah. So I think it's definitely, and probably most of you out there listening have seen it. But for those of you that haven't, it's definitely, go to Family Video, and check it out. I guarantee they have it there. So.
To kind of expand on your point, I will disagree with you on one point. I think for the most part, this is a family movie. But I remember when I was growing up, there was one scene that scared the bejesus out of me.
What's that?
But you were right as far as saying that it wasn't meant to be scary. It was meant to be comical. But to me, being the wuss that I am...
Yeah, well, kids don't always see, what it's supposed to be.
It's the scene where they're like the fire dudes or whatever are taking off their heads.
Yeah, that's just bizarre. That scene is overall bizarre.
We're gonna take your head. No, you're not.
Yeah, you're right, because they're removing their heads and then tossing them to each other and putting on the new heads and dancing around. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that scene, but that could be disturbing for a child. But
another cool scene is at the very end where Sarah is facing Jareth, the Goblin King. Yeah, and she's trying to find him or whatever, and she's going up all these stairs, and the stairs are like in so many different directions. Yeah. And there's like a scene where you see David Bowie's character walk. She's like, I know people can't see my hands right now, but she's walking normally, and he's walking.
Yeah, that's
almost beneath her.
And that's all film tricks, too. Yeah. Those were the days of the old school film tricks. Yeah. I could swear to, I know this is jumping from a different topic, I swear that's the baby from Ghostbusters 2. It's like I look at it and I see Oscar, whatever his name was like,
so you're saying Oscar is Toby?
I don't know. I saw that baby, and every time I watch it looks like him. I know that's an off topic, but
that's funny.
But getting back, I love The Labyrinth. I think it's a great family movie. It's a great imaginative movie. I enjoy going back and watching, especially around that time frame in the 80s, and so when they were the tricks that they would do without computers, and just with the camera and film and how they would process it. Because as you know, as we both do, we look at movies. We just don't watch the story. We're noticing the production of it and everything like that. So
I got to ask you before we move on. Out of a 5-star rating, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest, what would you rate Labyrinth?
Oh, I don't know. It's there would be different tiers for me. Imagination, obviously, I give it 5 stars. As an amazing movie, it's just probably a 3-star. Just average. When it comes to just the movie itself. But I think overall, it has so many good qualities about it. Like the imagination, absolutely, is just incredible, and the puppeteering and the voices, it's. But if you're comparing it to another movie, a 5-star movie like Saving Private Ryan, I can't really. Okay. It's hard to it's hard to compare movies like that, I guess.
Okay.
So
fair enough. The movie's called Labyrinth. Coming up after the break, we're going to review Napoleon Dynamite. That's next on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.